How did this become this in 15 minutes? If you want to see how I took my hair from shoulder length to fabulous heat curled mid-back hair, all while protective styling, I got you. In this video, I'll show you how to use clip-ins as a protective style to retain length while inching towards your hair goals. So let's get into it. Jumping right into what you'll need some clip-ins. I was gifted these Kinky Coarse clip-ins from BetterLength Hair, a company specializing in textured clip-ins. I highly recommend using extensions that match your texture so that blend-in is a breeze. That's why I got this texture to match my blown-out natural hair. If you order from BetterLength, your clip-ins will come packaged like this via FedEx. Within that package will be a satin storage pouch for your clip-ins, an instruction guide that talks about how to care for your clip-ins, your clip-in set, which has 10 pieces that are pretty thick from top to bottom, and extra clips, thread, and a needle in case you need to customize your clip. Let's talk about how to apply clip-ins safely. To use clip-ins as a protective style, you need to braid or flat twist your hair. That way you can tuck away your hair but still have enough access to oil your scalp and moisturize your hair without manipulating it. For your anchor braid, that horizontal braid at the bottom, you want to open the clips and place each clip onto the hair between your scalp and the braid. The clips should not be on your scalp because that will cause irritation and tenderness. Once you're fine with placement, then close each clip. If your braid is too bulky, clip it onto your braid. I found that this method makes it easy to remove the clips and reposition without exposing your hair to the trauma of constantly opening and closing clips when you are trying to decide placement. I also recommend mapping out your process. Before installing any clip-ins, I mapped out my head, determining which clip-ins I would use in each section before even putting the clips in my hair. My goal was to prevent damage during the installation process. For all your other clips, if your braids are running vertically, you want to secure the clips on your braids and not your scalp. These clips should feel comfortable in your hair. Please don't mind that bulky braided bunch. I didn't want to clip a track on top of that braid because I didn't want it to fall apart. It was already loose and on struggle. Plus, I felt putting a track on it would make it stick out more, and I didn't want that. I figured the other tracks would cover it, and ultimately they did because this hair is super thick. Next time, I'll sew down my braids. Okay, here's a closer look at my clip-in method. All the clips are already opened. To minimize damage and potentially messing up my braids, I gently place the clips into my braids. Once I'm satisfied with placement of the track, I close the clips and move on. I'm just here checking for fullness and whether I need to put the tracks closer together. Also, a little tug to make sure the clip-ins are really secure. We don't need any accidents over here. As a side note, I'm really impressed with the fullness of this hair. At this point, I only had 3 or 4 pieces in my hair and it was already giving fullness and volume. This is when I was sure that the big braid in the back wasn't going to be a problem. Now I'm going in with the 5-clip track at the midpoint of my head. I spent a lot of time working on placement and spacing because I want these clip-ins to be as flat as possible. I really don't want any weird gaps or holes that will get me exposed because I'm definitely going to be acting like this is my real hair. Your girl is really trying to manifest longer lengths in a short period of time. So, we're working with what we got, and right now we have clip-ins. Okay, but seriously, I think placement is really important, especially because I want my hair to be flat and blend with my real hair. So right now you're watching me map out the top of my head. I'm trying to figure out which clips will offer the most coverage because I'm trying to avoid that bulky look at the top of my head. And I'm really not playing when I say I need this hair to look like it's 100% mine when I'm finished. And so I'm putting in the work right now to make sure it will lay flat and also to save myself some time. To be honest, it didn't really take that much time because these clip-in tracks are pretty long, making it easy to cover the different parts of my head. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and speed things up and let you guys watch the rest of how I install these clip-ins, and then I'll come back for the styling portion where I will talk through the benefits of using clip-ins to long-term protective style. I just want to point out that as you can see, the bulky braid is now fully concealed at this point, and we aren't even finished yet. Finally, we are done. I want you to see how flat these clip-ins are. I'm pretty impressed and love that it only took about 10 to 15 minutes to install these clip-ins. I only used 8 of the 10 clips. This is what I have left, a 4-clip track and a 2-clip track. If you're interested in these clip-ins, I will leave the links and a discount code down below in the description box. So yeah, this is what the leave out area is looking like. The tracks are flat and covered. I can't believe it's giving me traditional sew-in vibes. I really, really like it so far. While I style my hair, I want to talk about what I believe may be some of the benefits of using clip-ins in this way for long-term protective styling. First, it allows me to keep the majority of my hair tucked away while still giving my hair and scalp the TLC needed to thrive. For example, I'll keep my braids in for 5 to 6 weeks, but still moisturize my braids and oil my scalp so that I can retain length while promoting blood stimulation to my scalp. Second, I love that I'll still be able to rock my long-term protective style without things feeling so permanent. If you've been following my hair journey, I'm a huge advocate for traditional sew-ins, which I keep in for 2 to 3 months at a time. While I love traditional sew-ins, I've been looking for protective styles that feel less permanent and really allow me to care for my hair all while benefiting from the same protection you receive when rocking a sew-in. I think using clip-ins and U-part wigs are going to be an ideal solution because I have easier access to my scalp and hair, making it easier to wash out my shampoo and conditioner on wash day as compared to when I have a traditional sew-in. I won't have to spend hours under the hooded dryer. More importantly, I can get back to using my Ayurvedic hair treatments on a weekly basis. Generally speaking, when I wear traditional sew-ins, I don't use any of my Ayurvedic treatments because it's really hard to apply the treatment directly to my hair and scalp, and it's even harder to wash it out. So yeah, I'm really excited about using clip-ins and, U-part wigs for that because my hair has thrived when using Ayurvedic products. And, I'm on this journey where I'm trying to get my hair back to what it was. And so I know that I have to go back to the basics and using the treatments that really worked for me in the past. Finally, I'm saving on hair maintenance costs. Since I'll be braiding and installing the clip-ins and U-parts myself, I'm not going to have to spend money on going to a stylist. I do plan to see a stylist like maybe every 2 to 3 months to basically get a maintenance trim, but that's about it. So yeah, those are some of the benefits that I think will come along with using the clip-ins in this way. All right, I'm all done styling my hair. Let's dive into my thoughts on these BetterLength clip-ins. First things first, let's dive into the specs of this hair. I received the Kinky Coarse clip-in set in 20 inches. This bundle is meant to mimic natural blown out hair. It came with 10 pieces. And I'm not gonna lie, it's got good volume, good density to it. I really like, voluminous hair, and I felt like I didn't need any more than that one package, so that was awesome and great. They say all you need is one set, and I completely agree. I actually only installed 8 pieces in my hair and was shocked that I didn't need more, because when I was looking at the package, I was almost certain that I would need more hair, but the minute I got to clipping them in, I realized it was more than enough. This hair did come in a natural brown, and I dyed it jet black because I love jet black on brown skin. And so yeah, this hair took well to the dye. The tracks were constructed well. They were sturdy, lengthy, and easy to open close, but also very secure. Let's talk about shipping. Shipping was extremely fast. It came in via FedEx within 3 days of me submitting all my information. And so that was wonderful. As far as pricing goes, I was gifted these clip-ins from BetterLength Hair, but I believe they retail for about $240 thereabout. I'll drop the actual price on the screen so you guys can see how much these clip-ins actually cost. I'm actually shocked by the fact that I only needed one set. As I mentioned before, when I looked at the packaging, I was like, there's no way this is going to be enough for my head. Usually in order to get my desired look, I need about 3 to 4 bundles of hair, and the fact that I was able to achieve that look with one set of clip-ins, like, I'm actually shocked. Let's talk about shedding. This hair does not shed a lot. I did notice a little bit of shedding, but it really only sheds when you go into like super manipulating it. So I saw shedding when I dyed the hair, and then I saw a little bit of shedding when I was trying to like kind of detangle it in preparation of installing the actual tracks. So not a lot of shedding. In fact, I think my partner, my significant other, is going to be really happy that there's not a lot of shedding, because he hates seeing my weave hair on the ground. It drives him insane, and so I'm sure he's gonna give this hair his stamp of approval. Obviously, I will track it as I continue to wear this hair, but yeah, shedding not as much or not as significant as I would expect with straighter textures. Let's get into blendability. I actually think this hair blends exceptionally well with my type 4 hair. I personally like to wear my hair in wand curled or like braid out or even a blown out state. So I didn't attempt to flat iron this hair to get it sleek straight, but I did watch other reviews on these clip-ins and saw that they get pretty straight. It do blend well with type 4 hair. I think they do a great job of blending with my combination type 4 hair. What I love about these clip-ins is that I can still rock a full protective style with these clip-ins. I do see a lot of people installing them with their hair out, but as you guys know, I'm into protective styling. I have some hair goals to achieve, and so for me, it was important that I completely have my hair braided down and leave out, you know, as minimal amount of leave-in as I could to allow for me to rock clip-ins and U-part wigs. And so the fact that I was able to use an entire set on fully braided hair and I'm not concerned about, you know, my tracks showing or my braids showing is absolutely wonderful to me. It's extremely full, which I love. And again, I haven't really separated my curls to get it to the fullness that it can be, but know that I'm gonna get there. Outside of that, I'm really impressed by this hair. Again, I'm impressed by how much comes within one package. I'm impressed by the softness. I believe it can hold a curl. Like, I've been playing around with the hair and it's still maintaining the curls. What I love is the fact that I can achieve the looks that I intend to rock with my natural hair when I hit my natural hair goals, while actually protecting my hair so that I can actually reach my hair goals. I really like the length of this hair. It is 20 inches. For whatever reason, it felt longer than 20 inches, and that's great for me. I'm about 5'6" and 3/4", so I'm close to 5'7", and I feel like this is a perfect length for someone my height. I love the volume of the hair. I love how much it blends. I know for a fact that when I walk out, I'm going to get compliments on this hair and people will think it's mine, because again, it kind of resembles the texture of a kinky straight U-part that I have, and every time I wear that U-part, people think it's my hair. And so I have a new addition to my hair arsenal that allows me to live out my hair goals while I actually strive towards hitting my actual hair goals. So far, I really love this hair. I can't complain. I'm not mad at it at all. If you guys want to see other ways that I style this hair, if you would like to see me straighten the hair, let me know down below. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Deuces.